What's going on, Cigar World? What's going on, Cigar Enthusiast? This your boy Jack, the Cigar Enthusiast.
You got Johnny, the cigar breaker.
And Sean with the smoking section.
And we are the virtual smoke deck. What's going on, guys?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, how everybody feeling on this amazing Sunday? Got a lot of great things to talk about, man. I'm excited to see you guys, man. Tell us how your day been, Johnny.
Hey, Jack, I think you got a confession to make before we get this show started. I really believe you have a confession. If y'all friends with Jack, all right, y'all saw the turkeys that he uploaded for Thanksgiving.
Here we go.
He ain't cooked that shit. Them turkeys look too damn good. He did not cook it. Do not let him lie to you.
Hey,
Renisha, tell us the truth. Tell us the truth, please.
Hey, look, I was out with some of my fraternity brothers, and they asked me the same question. I'm sorry to tell you, Johnny, but I cooked all the turkeys. I cooked the greens. I cooked the ham. I cooked it all.
Hey, Sean, when you ever heard of a Florida boy cooking collard greens?
I'm not from Florida. See, that's having the problem.
I
ain't from Florida. You know what I mean?
Hey, I told you all in the group chat. I'm staying neutral in this one. All right, I love you both, so I'm staying neutral.
I
ain't going there.
Hey, Johnny just mad because he had mashed potatoes with no gravy. He had mac with no. He had mac with no cheese.
I live in South Carolina.
He had tuna casserole.
Any more south than South Carolina, okay?
That is not true.
I think Johnny's a little sour because I think his son beat him and throwing bones. You know what I mean? When I saw him on
hey, we teaching him though.
You're teaching him, but I think he took some of your money. That's why you're a little sour today, brother.
Hey, what's up, Charles? Hey, we're gonna get hey, technically, if you want to be technical, Sean already has a what the freak moment already for today.
It was backstage. Yeah, does anybody else get the want to just go
Johnny?
Yo. There's a story behind my bald head, okay?
Johnny.
There's a story.
Hey, Mr. Potato Head, boy.
Listen.
I'm about to roast your jelly bean head.
Everybody know that my headline, it started like I'm at this age where I've been fighting against my headline for like the longest, right?
Yeah.
And I shaved my head before, right? But like I'm not winning the fight. Trey, what's up with you, baby? Terry Monroe, what's good with your pops?
What's up, Pop?
I didn't win the fight. And I'm like, yo, like it kept on thinning right here. Like it was thick back here, but up here, I could see my scalp like it was thinning. Hey, you next, champ. Hey, stop with the blackout. Stop with the blackout. Okay. Okay. Let me see inside your baseball cap. First of all, stop with the blackout. Okay, it's a little.
I don't put the hat on until the dots start coming out.
Dang.
Hey, but Johnny, hold on. That's a real interview question. Sean, I know we gotta still get to you.
No, you're good.
So Johnny,
yes.
How does it feel to be 25 and no hairline, no facial, no pubes on your face? You barely have eyelashes.
Hold on, hold on.
Whoa, keep your ass in your pants. Come on now.
Kids, this is the time that you just turn your screens off. Just look away. All right. This is the rated R version of the show.
Keep your blondie in your pants, okay? All right. I'm sorry. Hey, Johnny took that hat off, and it took me back. Like, I don't understand how somebody that is barely hitting puberty already losing hair. That just doesn't make sense to me.
It was going away, man.
Sean, how was your day, man? How was your week?
I wasn't bad, man. It was busy, man. I got my ass handed to me by a dog. Just wound up. We brought a dog home to try and rescue, and that dog, she's very men aggressive, and she basically kind of put me in my place at the house. She chased me up the stairs. She wouldn't let me stand. Like I had to sit on the couch. Jess had to do everything all night long. So it was it's kind of weird. So the dog got there and she got taken away on the same day. So
Why?
that was
Sean,
fun.
Not to interrupt, Sean, but I'm gonna tell you, that's your house.
It is my house.
That dog would have
And
been
now
sent
that's
to
why
Hong
Seattle my
Kong
house.
Chinese restaurant. I'd have sent
Yep,
that
that's-
motherfucker to the Chinese restaurant.
Yep, it was definitely an experience. But yeah, man, I got Jess's car all loaded up with some Christmas gear from my parents' house that I had here from before. So gotta cart that back home tonight. And
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, pause. Why was the
Pause.
dog taken away? You gave
the
him
dog,
back?
yeah. So we wound up. Shout out to the Don't Bully Us corporation that rescues dogs like pit bulls and all that stuff. We did the tryout for like a sleepover, and then she was way too aggressive. She just had something, against men, which she was abused. So we kind of thought maybe she'd be a little more timid, but she was definitely more aggressive. So she had to go. But we loved her. She was a sweet dog. It's just she had some baggage, and we couldn't handle it at that point.
Why you say it like that? Like,
Well, she had some baggage, I mean, she
Feel like
was.
we're on Maury.
I know, like,
Yeah, I mean-
so are you the father or not? Okay. Are
No,
you the
no, I
father?
don't. I'm not the father this time. All right,
In the
not
case
this
of
time.
Sean Monroe, you are not the.
Ah! I told y'all it wasn't mine. He don't even look like me.
Hey, you know what's crazy? It's like a lot of people really do want you to like rescue dogs from shelters, and I get it. It helps with the displacement, but they really do be coming with some baggage, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like some of these mugs, I get it. They have been abused, but then like on the other hand, some of these are just like I had a puppy. I got as a puppy, and the dog had separation anxiety or something like that.
Yeah.
So you'll put him in like the bathroom while people's over, and she will literally scratch open. She scratched off one of the whole sides of the door. I mean, like, it was bad, and that was as a puppy. So I don't know. Yeah,
I'd cut that dog ass.
hey, look, hey, we do not want that. We do not want that type of stuff with those people. Okay, we're gonna leave these dogs alone. Sean, going back to your Christmas stuff. What about your Christmas?
Yeah. No, I loaded up the car. We started decorating the house. Just trying to get some stuff over there. So the car's locked and loaded, and I got the ornaments and the decorations and all that. So that's getting hauled back to the old kingdom tonight. So, but real quick, if you guys don't mind, I see in the chat Ted Urbanski's in here, and Ted Urbanski had a little scare not too long ago. He just got out of the hospital. He's a good friend, longtime follower, and he's a great dude. So I'm glad to see he's back to chilling out with us and watching out. So Ted, it's good to see you back online, buddy. Love you, bud.
Ted, good to see you, brother. Good to see you in good health.
Hey Ted, hey man, stay in good health. If you need to, smoke more cigars. I think that always helps. You know,
I got a question before we do the intro. Who's already put up Christmas decorations? This kind of is tagging on Sean. Anyone already put up Christmas decor? Okay, I mean, so I haven't technically done it at the house yet. We did it at the shop, the cigar club. We did like a 10-tone smoke, so we all smoke cigars and put a tree up in our home shop. But okay, I'm late. I haven't put it up yet.
Well, you know, a lot of like mine is in my storage, so
Yeah,
I just haven't made it to storage to get it.
it's all good, man. You got them green today, man. So you're the Grinch. We understand.
Hey, you know, go Birds, baby. Go Birds, baby. All right, man. It's time to get some cigar talk.
Let's
Hey,
go.
man.
Yep, let's lock and load, boys.
Hey, we're gonna have a good show today, man.
Yes.
We're gonna have a good show. All right, we'll see you guys after this intro.
We off in this place, catching vibes, sit back and we blaze in the sky like I'm out of space.
So, guys, man, today we're talking about new releases that came out for the holidays. Talking about our Thanksgiving in a nutshell, what we smoked, what we didn't smoke, who messed up the the turkeys, and who messed up the cigars, and honestly, whatever else may come out. I mean, you know how this stuff works. We don't have a clue what we're going to talk about, but I know for sure we got some cigars, man. So, take it away, guys.
All right.
Well,
so
I'd like to start.
okay, sure.
I'd like to start off and get this straight. Charles, I did my WTF moment backstage. You weren't there for it yet. So technically it's zeros across the board. Okay? So let's start it off right. Johnny, go ahead. Take us away, brother.
All right, so go ahead,
Give me one
Go
part.
ahead. Go ahead.
Like, we cannot let Charles interrupt us this much. Okay, we're gonna put him on do not disturb. Like, what did we do already? It's 12
It's the
minutes.
expectation. It's the expectation that one of us gonna jack up.
It's 12 minutes in, and you're already giving us what that TF moments. Come on, man. Golly, we're gonna put him on do not disturb. And what makes it worse is he has Jen right there next to him. So, like, Jen, if you would, and he starts typing, just smack him in the back of the head.
There it
You
is.
probably don't even know what he's one of those referees that refereed the Eagles game last week. They just be calling stuff for no reason. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry. Yeah, Sean, whoever's gonna start, Sean.
No,
Johnny.
it's all good.
Rip it
It's
out.
all good, man. It's all good. So we're talking about cigars that are coming out towards the last quarter of the year. So I smoked one on last show. I did the Drew Estate Blackened, the M81. And I smoked it in the Robusto. And then later on in this week, I want to say it was like Tuesday, I had a chance to smoke it in the Toro.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
I don't know how I feel.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to just be honest. Me and my guy, Andy, we both smoked. He gifted me on both sizes, the Robusto and the Toro. And we were sitting down. I smoked it on a clean pallet. It was the first cigar of the day. I came to the shop, had some coffee. We lit up at the same time, and we were just looking at each other like, I don't know what I'm getting except for just an abundance of leather.
Okay.
And we both smoked it in the same size. We smoked it together in the Robusto. Well, I smoked it with you guys on the show in the Robusto. Turn around, smoked it with him Tuesday morning in the Toro, and it didn't wow me. I really, and I'll tell you guys the makeup here, man, because like I said, man, I was not wowed. I wasn't, so we have a Maduro wrapper that is grown in Mexican San Andreas. And then in the inside, we have a combination of Nicaragua and the Pennsylvania broadleaf Maduro tobaccos. And
where is the tobacco from in Nicaragua? Esteli or Jalapa?
So in this, let's see here.
Or just say Nicaragua?
It just says Nicaragua here.
So
It
it's
really
probably
doesn't specify right now. It's probably going to be Esteli.
So you said it's a Mexican. Hold on, let's dissect this real quick.
Mexican San Andreas wrapper.
With a Connecticut broadleaf binder or
binder.
fillers?
So it's Connecticut broadleaf binder.
Okay, with Nicaraguan fillers.
Nicaragua and the Pennsylvania broadleaf.
Okay, so pretty much. And you say you only got leather?
I smoked it on a clean palate, man. We retrohaled probably throughout the entire smoke, only because that's why I posted that status the other day. I don't know if y'all saw it. How often do you retrohale? Because we were sitting there smoking it, and I'm like, on like cigars that I smoke, like I keep it in rotation. Okay, I'm not gonna retrohale that often because I keep this joker in rotation all the time. I know what it's gonna be like. New cigars, you gotta retrohale. You gotta retrohale, especially. And I'm smoking it. I'm like, damn, all I'm getting is leather. I'm like, I'm gonna just start retrohaling. Right. I'm like, I'm not really. It's a full body cigar. Don't get me wrong. This shit pack a load of strength. But apart from just an overwhelming presence of leather, a little bit of earthiness, I didn't really get much else.
Man, you know what?
So
go ahead, Sean.
So did you try pairing it with anything special, maybe a chocolate or anything like that? But not only that, but how did it smoke? Was it pulling kind of tight? Was it
the draw
loose?
was perfect. The draw was now.
Okay.
Even in the Robusto lasted me the whole show last show. And I think we lasted about an hour and 30 minutes last show, man. So it's a slow burner. The Toro I smoked, almost going on 2 hours. It's a really, really slow burner. And I paired it with just black coffee. Because it was my first time smoking it in that size and only second time smoking that blend, I paired it with just black coffee. And
so I got a bunch of questions.
Talk to me, Jack.
All right. So leather note, in my personal opinion, anytime I get a leather note, I start really enjoying this thing, right? I
love leather.
I am a big leather component.
Yeah.
Now, you said something else. which drew my confusion even deeper. But it's not a bad thing. I just want to understand, so therefore we can put out some type of what our synopsis is. Okay.
Yeah.
You said it packed a good punch, right? So when it packed that punch, what was it?
It wasn't spice. It wasn't spice. I didn't get spice. You know, like you smoke like a Don Pepin, something from like a Garcia. You know, you know what you're getting, especially it's about to be a nose, nostrils, spice bomb. It wasn't spice, man. It was just, you know, when you smoke a cigar and the smoke itself is complex, it's full, and then you come around and you smoke a cigar. It's a full body stick. It was full in smoke. It was full in. Damn, how can I like you know, you smoke a cigar and you take that draw and the thickness of the smoke, right? I don't know if y'all, you know, the thickness of the smoke. But I mean, I set it down, bro. I smoked about the second, third, and I was like, all right, I'm good.
So
on to the next.
So that cigar is, I mean, let's just break down the blend. And breaking down the blend is going to really help us get what it is that we're looking for. So just because it says San Andreas, right? Excuse me, so it's a Connecticut broadleaf binder, correct?
Yep.
With the Nicaraguan and
Pennsylvania broadleaf.
Broadleaf. Okay. All right. So obviously the San Andreas wrapper is dark. Packs a really good punch. San Andreas has kind of a tropical type deal soil. So it's not really dry like the Esteli, or Jalapa. It's more a little bit more tropical, right?
And usually does pack that, not because you know there's many different types of spices, right? You get like a black pepper or like a jalapeno,
a white pepper, or
and then get your soft white pepper notes. And I really didn't experience any of that.
And so you're not wrong, but again, I think it's about how it was blended with the binder being Connecticut broadleaf. Just because it was Connecticut broadleaf doesn't mean it was fully matured. It was probably like a Habano or Habano shade at the moment. So you're probably talking a year or so of fermentation on that. And then you break down the Connecticut broadleaf and the Esteli flavor notes of the Seco Ligero and the Viso that they use in the blend. And honestly, I haven't got to smoke it. I know I smoked the pre-releases, and what it reminded me of on the pre-release was more of like a Liga. I think it was a more price point affordable Liga, but what it tastes like was more of a Papa Fritas, Papa Fritas, blend, right? It was not too pronounced or too bold. But I enjoyed it simply due to the fact is, like I said, I have this thing for this leather note. And it was one to admire. So at first, when I first thought it, I was like, man, this could be a Liga. It legitimately could be. But also ultimately, I don't think it met the capacity of it. I haven't heard any bad reviews on it yet. So not saying this is a bad review.
It's not a bad.
No, it's not a bad. But I mean, the thing about us from the Virtual Smoke Deck and shoot any cigar platform, you should be able to dissect it, right? Nobody cares. Like, I don't really care about hurting people's feelings because that's not what we're here to do. We're not here to make people feel okay. You put out a shit cigar, we're going to tell you put out a shit cigar. If you put out a great cigar, we're going to tell you it's a great cigar. If you put out an okay cigar, we're going to tell you it's an okay cigar. And that's just our opinions, and which is why we're here today, to talk about this.
So for that cigar, how does it advertise? So like, what does it come off as? Is it a medium to mild to medium, full body? What
it comes out as a full body cigar, which
it does come out as a full body.
I didn't really experience because me and my guy Andy was sitting in front of the shop smoking it. I didn't really tap into that full body until like that final third, right? Which
and that's usually when
that's what it is.
That's when your smoke starts getting a little hot and you kind of hit it a little bit,
intensify, and I was up until the first third, the second third, it was really like a really, really solid medium plus.
Okay.
Medium plus.
It just didn't give you the firecracker that you were looking for as the description that you probably said about it.
But maybe my anticipation was high as well. Right?
But it doesn't make sense that it would, guys. Like it's purposely it was a cigar that was created to pair with a bourbon. You don't want that to overpower the bourbon. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Well, that's the thing. Absolutely.
Like you should have got like a dark chocolate. You should have got a leather. You should have got an espresso of some sort in from there. But you don't want. I mean, I always preach about how you don't want your bourbon or your cigar to overpower what it is that you're drinking, or what your cigar to overpower what your excuse me. Yeah, y'all get what I mean, right?
No,
that's one for Jack, okay? But nevertheless, it's like you don't want it to overpower. So the fact that it was made for a bourbon called blackened,
yeah,
I think that cigars should automatically get the customary rights to be paired with nothing outside of blackened to first experience it.
Right.
And then go back and have it with a sparkling water or coffee or dark chocolate or some nuts or something like that. But I think first and foremost, we should see how the cigar blends with the, not only smokes but blends with that bourbon, because that could be the icebreaker that we all need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to defend nobody, but I'm just saying.
No, agreed. No, absolutely. There's so many different factors, especially when you're talking about a new cigar, something that's new to you, but also new in the market. There's so many different factors that you have to put into effect when smoking something new. I mean, you got to at least, like we always say, you got to give a cigar at least 3 times.
Yeah.
At minimum,
absolutely.
3 times, man.
Absolutely.
And to your point, what is under or over humidified? So under humidified is anything that's below 70, right? So if your humidor 70 is ideal. 65, if it's under 65, then it's all the way. It's totally under.
I keep mine at 65, man. So,
bro, that's ridiculous. Unless you got.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Hey,
it is.
Talk to Nick Perdomo. Talk to Nick Perdomo because he made a great.
Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna make that argument. Okay, so over humidified is anything over 70, 74, 73, 74. It's theoretically 72, but 73, 74 because it could be plus or minus 2. That's over humidified. Now that impacts something totally different. If it's under humidified, which means if it's under, it's dry, it's slow burning. So under means up, over means down.
Yeah.
Right? So if something reaches 59, it's over humidified, not under. If it's at 74, 76, it's under humidified, which means that you need to put humidity in and apply it. So that's one that we need to knock out first. And then the second part is that can distort the entire burn cycle of the cigar. Oh, he was it under or over? I got you.
That cigar didn't reach my personal humidor, man. It was given to me. They bought it, and they knew that we kind of do R&D, research and development on new shit, and we smoked it, and that was that. Yeah, Charles, you good, brother.
But I mean, in a nutshell, I think I've heard. I know. To be honest, we sold out like that. Yeah. I mean, we didn't even get our whole shipment in either.
Yeah.
And that's one that don't make sense to me. Why is these companies putting out new cigars and is not able to fulfill the orders that people are submitting? Like, it's easy to submit, if you're doing, 1 or 2 boxes, okay, cool. But those companies with 4, 5, 6 boxes each, you need to be making some for that. Palencia did that with their new Eternal, or whatever it's called. What's the name of it?
Placencia, number 1.
Placenta.
I didn't say it. That's 2. I didn't say it. That's 2.
Palencia.
Oh man, it's called
they actually the Palencia family calls it Placencia. Placencia. But as Americans don't call it Placencia.
No.
Because the
Jack
LA
don't call it Placencia.
Oh yeah, okay. And Sean calls it placenta.
Exactly. That's for my Jersey people out there. Placentas.
Hey, come on, Charles. Where you at, man? You gotta keep your score up. But
you yelled at him. Now he's slacking. You got him hit by Jen. He ain't responding no more.
He like, no, forget that. We're at 0 again. Hey, Hey, but no, seriously, like that one, we were supposed to get our order. We don't get another order until 3 weeks from now. Then what the hell are you making a press release saying you're gonna release it?
Yeah.
That don't make sense. But anyway, keep going. I'm sorry, I'm not ranting today.
Nah, go ahead. Who's got the next stick, man? I talked enough crap
Okay,
about
so Palencia, Palencia came out with their Eternal. Let me get it. Yeah, it's called the FF. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's pronunciate it. F hell tel fel. Yeah, y'all.
He's speaking Chinese. He's speaking Chinese.
Man, I think this cigar is made for Chinese. Like
F tel hal tel. Something Wong.
Hurry up and buy. Yeah.
Big bomb.
Hey, so anyway, this cigar came out to highlight the World Cup, which obviously for everybody that don't know, the World Cup is going on, Johnny. The World Cup is going on right now. You know what the World Cup is?
It's soccer, right?
It's soccer championship. Yes, sir. Good job, Johnny. So
I hate you both.
So this cigar is made from the Paciencia family with Honduran and tobacco, Honduran and Nicaragua tobacco. Doesn't really have much to it outside the fact that it's gonna be a very cost-effective cigar. I think MSRP for it
65.
$65, $650 per box. Man, I honestly, outside of just kind of reading notes, it's made with the organic sun-grown wrapper from Jalapa of Nicaragua inside a Honduran binder and Nicaraguan fillers, which is coming all from Paciencia's tobacco fields. But I honestly think Palencia just don't miss. Like, I think I hear, like, people either like it or love it. But I am a big component that Paciencia is amazing. But $65 for that cigar. I don't know what the hell they was thinking.
Hey Jack, I thought all tobacco was organic.
That's just what the verbiage said. I can only read what.
I know.
Hey, shout out to Cigar Aficionado for coming up with the organic sun-grown wrapper.
Hey, but Jack, you're right. You both. 65 is steep for a cigar, man.
Yes,
that's incredibly steep, especially when you don't know. And to me, I think now, is that cigar like benefiting the cause? I can see if it was like benefiting a cause and like part of the portions were going to like some type supporting some type shindig, like some organizations do, some companies. 65 is high.
So it stands for, it's an Arabic word for celebration. Significant meaning to Palencias as they see it as a celebration of the world coming together at the challenges of the past couple of years. I mean, outside the fact that people love soccer, but I mean, jeez, I didn't even realize that was the price.
I mean, not for nothing, but I mean, I think there's cigars out there that hit a lot. I don't want to say better, but for the price of $12 to $15, you'd be happier with that cigar over paying $65 for a cigar that you're probably only going to smoke once.
Only once. No, Sean, you are absolute Sean.
And
for half of that,
and
price,
that's just my opinion.
No, you're speaking facts, dog. You speaking facts, brother.
But the crazy part about it, soccer players make so much money, man. And I think that's kind of like, and they're in Qatar, and it's I don't know. I think it's really steep. I mean, we were just talking about the Davidoff Year of the Rat, and I mean that's what, $30 a pop?
Yeah, something like that. I didn't buy my last
$60
one.
$60 a pop, because it's $600 for the box.
Yeah.
So
right.
$60 a pop for that cigar, and the celebration cigar is still more expensive than that one.
Apart from the hype, Jack.
And I mean, didn't
Sean.
No, I was just thinking, didn't CAO wind up putting out different soccer team cigars as well? at one point in time, but it was only like Brazil and I'm trying to think of the
America.
rapper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
you're
rap.
talking-
America,
you're talking
Brazil. But
you're talking
was that for
Brazilian.
soccer or no?
I don't think so.
I think they just did.
I don't
that.
think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Like I said, I didn't know if they were trying to follow suit after that because I mean they were pretty popular in the Smoking Dog. Everyone was going for all those cigars from CAO.
Yes.
I don't think Jack favored the Brazil. I love the Brazil, especially the Brazil Box Press. That is amazing.
No.
cigar.
I think the goal and the Saba is what you're talking about, but the goal, which is I think the Robusto size. I think the Brasilia, the CAO Brasilia, is a really good cigar. I have nothing bad to say about it.
Okay, just make.
Yeah,
palate
don't
is
speak for me.
Floridian.
Don't
Your
speak
palate
for
is a little bit Floridian.
Yeah, whatever. Coming from the guy that said Olamac is disgusting.
I didn't say it was disgusting. Sean, help me out.
Charles,
I
what do you say?
I think
I was not impressed.
I think Jack just likes organic cigars. Like that's just me.
Organic tobacco. What is that?
I can only. Hey, Johnny. Yes, yes, he is. But yeah, I think I don't know. I can't wait to smoke it. We got a couple boxes coming in, so it should be interesting to see how they do. And I mean, celebration. I mean, I found my new cigar to get everybody to smoke on their wedding day. I tell you that much. Celebrate the new Palencia.
Man, a wedding day. We buying that just for the groom?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he got. Hey, first of all, weddings. They spend a lot of money on everything at weddings. They better buy a good cigar.
Well, Jack, whenever I get married, Dapper D's is gonna supply my cigars, right, Sean?
That is not
Amen.
true.
Amen.
Dapper D's gonna supply my
I second
cigars.
that. I second that.
Jack, hey, Jack, no drinking at my wedding. You got to be slinging sticks.
Oh, you want me to work? Oh no.
We'll feed
buddy.
you.
Hey,
We'll feed you.
First of all, I would want to be at Johnny's wedding just for the antics of the wedding. Honestly, you just
I just want to see
know.
a suit.
You don't know what he's gonna do. Like, I wonder if he's gonna like make it a breakaway suit and turn it into like booty shorts or something.
God,
Maybe.
damn, man, what was it?
I mean, that's what I want to see. I just want to see the suit. I don't really care about the party. I just want to see the suit.
Hey, you gave him too much, Charles. I'm gonna give him the 2 for 99 cents from the gas station.
Give me some. What's the classic cigarettes? You got to start with a W. Winston's, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Give me some Winston's. I've always wanted to smoke cigarettes like the classic shit that you see in movies. Don't give me no Newports. Nah, give me some classic
Pall Mall.
Some classic
The long
cigarettes.
joint.
The
Yeah.
long joints.
The Virginia Slims. He wants the Virginia Slims, the real skinny ones.
Hey, big fat.
Real
big
skinny
fat.
ones.
All
right, Sean, you're up.
All right, so this was probably the last one that I wound up smoking, and I have it up here with me right now. It was by Rojas. It was the Street Tacos Carnitas Robusto.
Okay.
It dropped in July of 2022, which I got like 5.
Sean. We're talking about the new cigars for the holidays. You always go backwards.
Because you can't beat a classic.
Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because no Rojas.
I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing with you.
Wait,
I'm just playing with you, bro.
Do I need a point? Does Charles need to give me? Do I need a point now? Do I gotta wait?
Charles is biased because he loves Rojas. I mean, he almost Charles will upload a Rojas cigar in every fucking picture if he can. He really will.
So Charles is gonna give me a -1 for
no.
Rojas.
He loves.
But
he
no, I
loves
mean
Rojas.
for me to be able to. Oh,
Go
see,
ahead,
there you go. I'm speaking to my man Charles. He knows where it's at. No, I mean for the only one that I can honestly see. There you go, Charles, my boy, right there, speaking out. That's honestly the last one that I've smoked that was kind of one of the newer ones for me. I still have like 4 humidors full of cigars that I need to try and pick. And I haven't been smoking much of the newer stuff, but this was probably one of the newer ones that dropped in 2022 for me. So the country of origin was Nicaragua. Obviously, the factory was Rojas Cigar Factory. The wrapper is an Ecuador ticket. The filler is Nicaraguan. The binder is also Nicaraguan, and The length is about 5 Robusto. It's a 50 range. SRP is about $8.50, or for a box about $136, depending on where you get it from. I mean, I thought the flavor. Sean, tell your dad to increase the internet bandwidth. It keeps freezing up. Yeah, I know he's living behind the times. Trust me. When I get into my house, I got the fastest Wi-Fi. So trust me, we're in there.
Hey, no, it's all good. We understand how much.
Yeah, I mean,
how much
I thought it was
takes over.
It does. I'm telling you, especially like we're gonna keep it G-rated. All right, trust me. I thought the cigar had a really nice burn. Burned really, really clean, smooth. A decent amount of smoke as well. Flavor profile, more on the spicy side of life. A lot of pepper. Just a hint of leather. Not too complex. It was a very relaxing cigar for the price and just the amount of smoke that you got out of it. But I'm a big Rojas fan anyway. I love all the street tacos. So, I mean, that's probably my favorite one that he's come out with so far. But I'm always partial to Rojas anyway. So, but it was a great smoke. And I don't know if do you guys sell any of the street tacos?
I don't.
No?
I know one. It's so crazy. I only know. Damn, I know one retailer. I do know one retailer that sells Rojas cigars, but it's they're kind of proud and it's way above MSRP. And like us, prime example. I had a homeboy of mine. He went home for the holidays, and I should tell you about this, Sean. He went to Jersey.
Okay.
I don't know what shop he popped in. I will ask him. But Jack,
Okay.
you know, he went to a shop. He called me. He was like, "Hey, Johnny, this guy is selling Padron 80 years for $18." I said, "Yeah."
You should tell him to buy all of those.
I did. I said, "Dog, buy as much as you can. I said, "How?" He hey, Memphis will tell you, he know because he's one of our boys in our cigar club. He posted it in the group chat. He was like, "Hey, y'all, this guy is selling the Padron 80 years for $18. I said, "Huh?" But that's an MSRP $35 cigar, my guy.
You should tell him to get the box. Get as much as they have.
I said, "Yo, that's what I said, bro. Buy as much as you can. If you got to resell it. But anyway, but Sean, you made a great point, man. A lot of people don't know. We talk about it all the time in the virtual smoke deck. I tell everyone I'm working in the shop, hey, price matters. You're gonna get what you pay for. For $8.50, $9, the Rojas is a phenomenal cigar. I've had a chance to smoke 2 different Rojas.
Yep.
One was the Street Taco. I think it's like an orange and
Yes,
orange band or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I smoked that cigar before, and I smoked it twice actually. But those are the only ones that I smoked from Rojas.
Okay.
So also another some that's coming out that actually started shipping already is the Alec Bradley Reclaimed sampler set. It's pretty dope because it has pretty much it's a sampler box made out of old presses that they had to mold the cigars. They've been doing a lot of great things with their packaging and just being different. They had the trilogy, I think, was in another mold press as well. But the sampler set is it's 800 made. A retail price is $80. Comes with an Alec Bradley Black Market Medalist, Max, Prasado, Magic Toast, Tempest, and the Gatekeeper. You know, one thing that I'm mad that I told Alan this, man. I'm mad that they started making was the Nica Puro, diamond press. They used to have it back in the day, about 2013. I want to say they probably start discontinuing in like 2017 or so because one of the tobaccos that they tried that was part of that blend they couldn't get no more, or they had a bad crop of it and just couldn't produce it, so they stopped making it. But that was a cigar that was crazy. But I think another one like
Alec Bradley. Not to interrupt you, because I'm hand raised. For Alec Bradley, the presentation is worth buying the dang on product. You know, we understand what Alec Bradley makes. You know, keep the cigar box, throw away the cigars. This is the virtual smoke deck. Go ahead.
Keep the cigars and what?
Keep the cigar box. that it comes in, throw away the cigars.
Yeah, no, and see, that's why I disagree with you, man.
Come on.
I think, man, no, seriously, man. I think Alec Bradley has been missing. They've been missing a lot on some of their blends. But the gatekeeper, come on. Like you cannot sit up here and say the gatekeeper is trash.
I wouldn't even say that Alec Bradley does not produce great flavors. Sean, I think you said this last week. It's the construction. Sean had said it last week or the week before.
To me, that's everything. That's everything.
The Magic Toast is it tastes so good. But when I'm smoking a cigar and I got to relight it 25, 30 times, that thing going in the ashtray, my guy.
And I honestly think Alec Bradley's been missing a lot of marks too. I think, the gatekeeper is great, but I don't think you can throw the whole company on the back of one cigar.
Facts.
And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't think you can say like, oh, Alec Bradley's legit because of the gatekeeper. That you can't. You're right.
You're right.
Go down the line.
I got to give you that one. You're absolutely right. You cannot say that, that company falls on that one cigar. But honestly, what new stuff has they came out with that is not based on their old traditional ways? And here's the thing, though. Like, the cigar world is transforming into, a more robust, a more powerful strength cigar. They are really kind of gravitating to those. That's not Alec Bradley. Alec Bradley Alec Bradley has never been one of those ones that's you're gonna light it up and be like, damn, like that was full strength. You know what I mean? That's just not what they do. Like I thought, even the Coyo, I love the Coyo Lancero. I mean, I got dragged because I said that. But I honestly thought that was a great cigar, right? And I think every now and again I go back and visit it and I enjoy it the same way I thought I enjoyed it in the beginning. I just think the world has changed on what they classify good cigar for. Yeah. But they still classify Cubans as good cigars. That's the part that's just mind-blowing. It's like, okay, I got you, Sean. If you like a mild cigar or a medium cigar, cool. If you like a full body cigar, Alec Bradley is not for you, right? Even Magic Toast. I wasn't a fan of Magic Toast, but Gatekeeper has been winning like awards. I mean, it just naturally has, and not just on Cigar Aficionado. It's been winning a lot of places. But again, I do think like they missed the mark on Trilogy. Trilogy was another one that they released that I don't think was really good. I think their Project 40, they came out with a 7x70. My big ring gauge guys love those cigars, and it's a great advantageous price point. So again, I don't know. Sean, go ahead.
I'm gonna make a really bold statement, and this might flip the show upside down, but I think the old school brands such as Alec Bradley, Rocky Perdomo, name an old school brand that's been around for years. I don't think that they're producing what we are expecting the new age cigars to be. I think there's so much out there that cigars are starting to change so much that when you go back to the old school ones that you grew up on, we don't have the same wow factor as some of the new ones like Rojas is coming out with the street tacos, or CAO, or name anything down the line. Even Cigar Clowns are putting out their own cigars that hit just those taste buds that you're like, damn, this is a fine ass cigar right here. And then you go back to the old school ones and you're like, what are they doing? They're missing. Why aren't they keeping up with what we're looking for? And that's just my opinion.
Perdomo's not missing, bro.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not. No, not missing.
And honestly, Rocky Patel's not either. You're crazy. No, the white series, the white series, the Disciple, the 60.
The Disciple was Straka, man. Flag on the play.
What?
Flag on the play. The Disciple was not hitting, man. Come on, man.
I don't think Rocky's been relevant for at least the last 5 years. Facts, hands down.
Facts. Hey, Sean. Hey, almost fly
You're
the
crazy.
I almost flattered you and kissed you just now, boy. That boy preaching.
Dude, I'm telling
Y'all are crazy.
Facts.
That boy preaching facts right now.
you, construction's been poor on Rocky. And look, I like Rocky. I grew up on Rocky. But going back to Rocky Patel, construction's been poor. Flavor hasn't been there, and I think they struggle with trying to keep up with some of the ones that we're looking for out there. That's just me.
But I mean, Sean, a lot of I guess I'm not really a boutique guy, man. I don't
Talk to me.
Not even boutique.
I'm trying to think. When you say cigar clowns, right?
But I'm saying even new ones that are coming out, not just cigar clowns, not even Rojas, but like LFD. Have you ever had a bad cigar from LFD?
LFD is not new.
Because we can't get them.
No, but
LFD is not.
And
new.
I'm not saying new, but I'm saying they've stayed consistent throughout each year. Whereas I feel like some of the new ones coming out with Alec and Rocky and maybe a few others just don't stay consistent. They're trying to keep up, but they're burning out.
I'll add to Sean's point, right? So in the last, the cigar industry experienced the first boom in the late 90s. Right now, we've been into that second boom. We've been on the incline, right? A large amount of smokers coming into the game, smoking. They don't really know what they like, but it sells, right? So it's a combination, really, and I may be wrong. Dan, help me out. Jack, you're a retailer. Help me out. These guys are going towards two things. They're going towards, okay, I'm new to this. Let me get something sweet. Or I'm new to this. What's most popular, right?
Right.
And I personally, the cigar industry where it's at right now, and Jack, help me out. I see you shaking your head. And this is just me working behind the counter, man. That is all. It's two components. Folks say, hey, man, give me the best cigar. Or, hey, man, give me what's popular. Or, hey, man, I just want something sweet. They don't have a palate. They don't know what they like. So I won't say Rocky Patel or Alec Bradley is dying out, but it takes some experience to really pick up those subtle notes in certain cigars. Any cigar. I don't care what it is you're smoking. There are certain notes that you're only going to experience on somebody, like, for instance, I smoked the Blackened. I said I didn't enjoy it, right? Or even an older cigar. I give a new smoker a Perdomo 10th anniversary Maduro or a classic like the Perdomo 10th anniversary Champagne. And they're like, hey, man, I'm experiencing this and this and this. I'm like, hey, guy, try this. What we do is we retro here, man. I said it's all about palate. And I think the emergence of new smokers is coming in so quickly, man, that they are not having the time to develop their palates. And we talked about it before, Jack. There are shops that are coming into business with people behind the counter that don't have the knowledge to help those individuals develop palates. Because I consider all three of us, mature smokers. We don't know everything, but we know enough, right? And we know a good bit. And we know how to pick up those subtle notes within cigars. Like, hey, you're only going to experience this if you retro. Hey, man, wait until the second, third. That cigar is really going to open up. These new smokers, they don't know that. Jack, help me out. I may be wrong.
I think you guys are definitely on to something. I just checked Half Wheels Top 25 2021 Cigar Aficionados Dojos, and I did not see outside of the Grand Reserve Robusto by Rocky Patel. It's number 9 for 21.
Yeah.
My father hit 17 with the Judge Robusto on CA. You have the Kintsugi by Alec Bradley hit number 8 on Half Wheels. Those hold a little bit more weight than CA to me. We're going to go to Dojos. Dojo had none of them in there. And what I would say is this. You guys may be right in the sense of it missing or, those not hitting off as much as they used to. But I still, I don't think, I think it's a difference when you say a brand. Like, I know nobody said this, but I think there's a difference between saying a brand is dying and that none of their new cigars is great. I personally think that Rocky's 60 as well as a white label was the best that they have come out with in 2021 for a long time. DBS, that's going to drop here in the next couple of weeks, is a great cigar. It's a great cigar made by Rocky, right? The Juneteenth cigar that Rocky just came out with, freaking banger, right? And I'm not even saying like from a biased standpoint, like that cigar was just a naturally good cigar. But I think you guys have something going, and I like where y'all going with it. So I'm not
check
gonna
this.
down.
Check this, Jack, and I just thought of it, man. Blenders of the past, cigar, and I say of the past, but those staples that kind of got that got the industry where it is right now. Those staples, man, we know those staples that are the like if you walk into a humidor, if I don't see these staples in a humidor, I'm probably not gonna buy it, right? Hey, Dan, you're going right where I'm going at right now. You got staples, man, where they blend because it's a great cigar. Okay, they try thousands of blends per year, and they take out the ones that are great cigars. Whereas these new guys on the market, they are great at marketing. They are great at understanding this is what the consumer wants, right? So we're gonna blend for what they want, not necessarily what we're tweaking around with in the factory, and we're trying out different blends. We put out the cigar because it's a great cigar. These blenders that are coming out in these boutiques or whatever the case may be, boutique cigar brands, they're blending because they see what the market wants. And I may be wrong. Help me out, but people like No Rojas, people like Protocol, they see what the market wants. They want full body strength cigars, knock you on your ass. They want ring gauge, whatever the case may be. We're gonna blend to what it wants, because at the end of the day, it's business. Right. We're not making a bad cigar. We're just blending to what the consumer looks like they want. Help me out.
And I think that's where we're having our disagreement at, is because I'm not really a full body knock your socks off type of guy, right? I don't smoke like that. I don't smoke for that, because I don't really think you're getting. I mean, that's just saying I like spicy food. Have you ever said, if you like spicy food, have you ever sat here and say that spicy food was disgusting? No, because at the end of the day, all you're looking for is the spice. If the spice is there, then it must be good.
Yeah.
Right. But if you take the spice away and really dissect the food to see if it's good without the spice, then you might have a different perspective on that food. And I think that's the same. I think that has the same relevance when it comes to cigars. Cigars right now are being more judged on their strength, the boldness of the cigar versus the true complexity and components that make that cigar a good cigar, which is why we can go to certain cigars and say, man, now that I took out the spice of it, what else do I get? And if you can't sit here and say, well, I got this, I got that, man, this was, first third was good, second third was good, final third was good, blah, blah, blah. And outside of just spice, then honestly, you just got a spicy ass cigar.
Facts.
So,
well, hey Jack, and I'll say this, man, because the only person I know, apart from some females that work in the shop, I know Darnell, I know yourself. You guys are freaking phenomenal. You guys are, without the title cigars, I mean, you guys are cigar aficionados, man. So you're blessed, and not many shops are that blessed, right? Mm-hmm. And like I said previously, it takes someone. Just the other day, man, in the shop, we had these Navy cats. They, Charleston is a Navy town, man. They came inside the shop. That was 21. That was the first cigar they ever smoked. I wasn't working. My guy Andy helped them out. He's phenomenal. And throughout the smoking session, I came to the back. I'm like, hey, fellas, how are you enjoying the cigar? What are you guys experiencing? Try this. Let it rest. Don't smoke it too fast. A lot of shops, because we know, Sean, there are so many different components that comes with enjoying a cigar to its full capacity. And when you don't have someone behind the counter that's there to help and guide you enjoy that cigar to its full capacity, you're only going to leave with, oh, man, it was spicy. Ah, man, it was mild, or man, I didn't enjoy it because you didn't enjoy it. To the blend, the blender has a set out. When the blender blends that cigar and he smokes it and he retrohales and he pairs it, he was like, "This is what the cigar is intended to do." But without the individual behind the counter,
And I think
helping those new smokers do that, they won't enjoy a cigar to its full capacity.
and I'm gonna go off of what Jack and I believe Charles said as well. If we're gonna go, if you're gonna smoke a cigar, and if you take, okay, oh man, this cigar has some spice to it, but the leaf falls off, or it burns weird, or it's a hard pull. If you get a piece of, let's getting chicken parm, and the cheese is old, and you can taste that in the cheese, or the marinara sauce doesn't have that good mama's cooking spice, oregano, everything to it, or the breading falls off of the chicken. It could be the best tasting chicken in the world, cooked perfectly. But if the breading falls off, the cheese ain't good, the sauce just ain't got that hit, and the pasta is al dente. All of that right there is going to screw up your thought process of, am I ever going to go back to this restaurant, or am I ever going to go back to this meal? Yeah. And I think if you look at that as a cigar and you say to yourself, okay, and I'll just put this one up, and because Jack said it, if it's a shit cigar, I'm going to tell you it's a shit cigar. The first cigar that I actually had that was really bad from Rocky was the A10. And to me, I thought the A10 was absolutely horrible. The draw was absolute garbage. It fell apart, and it turned me off. And then I started kind of, well, maybe let's try a different one, maybe a newer one.
That's the barber pole, right?
And it wasn't that was the first barber, and at least, correct me if I'm wrong, Jack, but that was Rocky's first attempt at a barber pole, correct?
Correct.
Was the A10?
If I'm not mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken, from that point on, it kind of, I guess, maybe affects your thought process of anything new that comes out from Rocky on, well, is this going to be something different? Is it going to have that same swing effect? Did he put enough time into this cigar versus the next cigar? And I think, just like anything, if you smoke one bad cigar out of that brand, now your head's always going to be thinking, is the rest of the food, is the rest of the cigars, or the rest of the smoke going to be the same exact way? You're always going to have that backwards thought in your mind. And that's just me. That's how I think.
Well, the A10 was, I mean, let's just face it, it's an edge, okay? And I know somebody asked about the edge originally, and
great budget stick.
That's why I tell people, man, it's a great budget stick.
Yeah,
right.
But that's it, right?
Yeah,
if you're looking to smoke on a budget and you're okay, 9 times out of 10, and no disrespect to anybody that smoke, budget.
No, not at all.
But everyday cigar. Let's use that terminology. Everyday cigar.
If you are smoking an everyday cigar, you can't have high expectations, not only for your palate, but for your smoke experience either, right?
You know what you're gonna get.
You're just doing it because this is part of your day-to-day routine, and you're just doing it to be at a price point, advantageous point, and all of that good stuff. Nevertheless, I mean, again, it's about certain things that you smoke, and I think you guys hit some phenomenal points here, man. And I mean, Dan is perfectly correct. And then I'm gonna go to another cigar, 2 cigars that just came out, and give my opinion on them. I would love to know what the original Macanudo tastes like as well, because back in the day, everybody smoked Macanudo.
That's facts.
Everybody smoked Macanudo.
That is facts.
I and La Gloria Cubana. And I tell people that smoke those cigars now, you must be old. You must have been smoking cigars for a lot of. Go ahead.
Jack don't carry La Aroma, La Gloria.
I don't. I barely carry Macanudo, to just be quite frankly with you. But I really think those people are a lot more older smokers that have been stuck on this one brand. Change out, get into some different brands, because there's some different brands that's gonna blow you away.
Yes.
I smoked the Crown Head Azul Ye Aurora. The Azul Ye Aurora.
Something like that.
And I tell you what, man, and I love John, and I hope John doesn't take this offensive. I was not pleased with the first initial go around. I bought a couple, put them in my personal humidor, and I'm gonna go back in the next couple of weeks to see if that helps. The tobacco seemed very young. It was very bitter in the very start of it. It got bland in the second third, and then it got real hot and bitter in the final third. And I don't say too many things bad about Crown Heads, especially with the fact that they're re-releasing the Tennessee Waltz, which was the cigar that got me turned on to them. And it's freaking amazing too. So
what's the cost on that cigar?
The Azul?
Yeah.
$14.50.
Okay.
So
That's reasonable.
I was not impressed. Again, I hope to come back in the next couple of weeks and say I tried it again. It's worth a shot. Give it another shot. If not, you know where I'm going to stand. And then the holiday Stillwell Star. If you like the number one aromatic number one, then you'll like the Holiday Star. The only difference between the two really is the Holiday Star is geared towards a milder smoke. It's really complex. Almond, leather, chocolate. I mean, just really smooth, but it's without the sweet tip. So, yeah, man. I ain't gonna say. Have you guys smoked any of those two cigars?
So I have not. Hopefully, I know it's one shop down there that carries it. I'll make a ride and go grab it to try it out. But I have not smoked the two cigars.
Yes. I think Joni from the Smoking Dog is going to be carrying the Star, and that was.
She doesn't have the Star now.
I've been looking at.
If she doesn't have the Star now, it's probably not. She's not going to get it.
She has a case in the back. She has a case in the back that she keeps like limited, and usually I can go into her and say like, "Hey, do you have?" And usually she has at least one box of somethings for her to try it and test it. So I think I'm going to be able to get it.
Sean, you're in Jersey, right?
Yes.
Do you know Greg Williams? He was the owner of Vintage Cigar, something. It's like Vintage Cigar and Whiskey Room or something like that. I don't know what part of Jersey
sounds familiar.
The name sounds familiar. Social media, long bearded guy.
Okay.
Anyway, sidebar. He's looking at places to retire and move. He came and smoked some cigars over at Kingsley. But sidebar, he talking about
nice.
It just ran across my mind. So look at these comments here. McAuliffe, yeah. Hey Dan, I tell you that Connecticut is something serious, my guy. Actually, there's only one shop down there that carries McAuliffe, and I have to go grab some more because it is delicious.
And the Edge 20th is about to release. That's releasing with DBS. So that's actually, if I'm mistaken, that was a decent one. But that is not the normal Edge. The price point is definitely a lot more higher than the regular Edges. Yeah. So, man, guys, free. Hey, you guys did some stuff tonight.
It's a lot of opinions, but that's why we're the virtual smoke that.
Speaking of that, You're the Rat. Anybody smoked You're the Rat yet?
I have not.
I mean, not the rat. The You're the Rabbit.
Rabbit.
You're the Rabbit.
You're the Rabbit.
Davidoff.
Tell us about it, Sean.
I haven't smoked it yet. I'm dying to give it a try.
You have the sheet in front of you. Read the sheet.
Oh, I thought you meant like, did I smoke it yet? I was like, no, not
yet.
Man,
that's what I thought you said.
I knew it was coming out, but let's see here. The limited edition smoke will have a suggested retail price of about $50 each. So that's even a little bit lower than the ones we were talking about earlier. Only 6,500 red boxes of 10 will be designated throughout the U.S. market. The cigars are made in the Dominican Republic at the Cigars in the Davidoff factory. To further the lunar calendar celebration, a Year of the Rabbit masterpiece humidor will be released later this month as well. So if you're a big collector of limited edition things, you can be on the lookout for that as well. It was designed by a French artist, Rose Senil, something like that. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Rose. The box is manufactured in France by Movis and features a striking red rabbit on the lid. Blah, 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 blah. The humidor measures about 22.32 inches wide by 14.64 inches deep, and contains 88 Year the Rabbit Grand Toros.
So they did the same thing. I think that humidor last year with the it's I think it was like 10 grand, man. It's crazy.
Hey, you know,
but the cigar itself and the 10-count box is like I said, $50 a stick, and what 10-count boxes, $500. You know, so yeah.
Here's the thing, man. You know, I always try to smoke the year ofs just to smoke them.
Yeah,
man, I made a mistake, and a couple years ago they came out with the year of the rooster. I think it was 2015. That damn cigar was amazing. And if you know Jack, you know I love Toros and I love Perfectos, Figuados. Man, those.
That is not that.
Yes, the rooster was.
Okay.
Yeah, the rooster was.
Okay.
Yeah, the rooster was. And man, I am. Look, those are my kryptonites when it comes to cigars. More of the Figuados is my kryptonites more than Toros. I can get Toros. I'm not worried about that. But finding a good Figuado is jeez. But that year of the rooster was the best. I had the rat. I wasn't too pleased.
Only one I smoked was the year of the horse.
Year of the horse. I haven't had.
It was a gift to me. Yeah, it was a gift to me, man.
Hey Charles, I am trying to talk with John because Tennessee Waltz is a Tennessee exclusive. It usually only comes out to the folks in Tennessee, and John opened it up for one day for retailers that's outside of Tennessee to purchase. So I am trying to get on that list before the list comes out. You understand? But I don't think the Azul is gonna help me after he watches that comment. So yeah, I don't. Sorry. Hey man, guys, it's been a great show, man. It's time to get to our gym of the week. Okay, nobody said nothing. Oh no,
go ahead, Jack, take it.
Okay. Gym of the week. The virtual smoke that gym of the week is brought to you by Macalla. Smoke Macalla. Yes, indeed. Gym of the week is this. In this life, you can decide to compete with other people or you compete with yourself. The thing about competing with other people is you have an expectation that you have to try to maintain or meet or beat.
Yeah.
The thing about competing with yourself, you will always push yourself to a higher and more prosperous journey than trying to compete with somebody else.
Yeah.
So hashtag me versus me.
Yeah.
That is going to be the gym of the week is me versus me.
Yeah.
You can only stop yourself from getting to where it is that you're trying to go. You can only stop yourself from prospering. You can only stop yourself from being motivated to be determined and persevering. If you can't beat me, which is yourself, if you can't beat yourself, then you're failing all the way around.
Yeah.
So me versus me. Me versus me. So
that is it.
Virtual Smoke Deck, it's been a pleasure, man. I am your host. I am
Absolutely.
your co-host. Excuse me. I am your co-host. Jack the Cigar Enthusiast.
And you got Johnny the Cigar Banger.
And of course, you have Sean with the smoking section.
And we are the Virtual Smoke Deck. If you're new to the Virtual Smoke Deck and you're watching from Facebook and or YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell and give us a huge thumbs up. Obviously, that doesn't apply to Facebook. You gotta go ahead and like us, follow us, and then go ahead and Johnny, stop. And go ahead and turn on the notification bell so you can get updated and on all the segments that we have and any updates that we have. We still have not forgot about all the things that we discussed last week on the Virtual Smoke Deck when it comes to getting Cigars for Warriors on here, sponsoring the family from Nicaragua, AJ, George, Mickey, and Hennessy Cigars on. We're gonna definitely make those guest appearances happen. The Virtual Smoke Deck is also sponsored by Dapper D's Cigars. Dapper D's Cigars is a brick and mortar store located in Jacksonville, Florida. And if you're not located in Jacksonville, Florida, you can go ShopDapperDCigars.com for all your cigar needs and wants. And go follow them on Facebook and Instagram to get all the updated events and new releases that we have here at Dapper D's, man. Today has been a freaking great show, man. Like we see a lot of people. I see a lot of people, tell us, great show, but today was a good show, guys. Yes. I am thrilled about where we're going. Hey, this is 101, baby.
Yes,
this is 101, and we gave y'all a banger.
Yeah,
so,
boy.
With that being said, man, we appreciate you guys. The Eagles plays in 7 minutes, so you know what time it is. With that being said, man, y'all have a great day. Stay smoky, and remember, it's me versus me. All right. We are the Virtual Smoke Deck, and we are gone.